Hey, what's up, everybody? It is My Keto Journey, episode 9. It's been a while since I've posted. I haven't posted at all this year, so Happy New Year. So it's currently the 12th of January 2018, and just kind of wanted to update everybody on where I am on my keto journey. So, back on the 10th of December, I was at 349.7. Happy to finally be under the 350 mark. And that happened to be the time of year when all the holiday parties started kicking in. And a week after that, Terry and I were leaving for Hawaii, and I made a pretty clear decision to not be keto while I was in Hawaii. I'm just not going to go to Hawaii and not eat, good morning Titus, and not eat pineapple. So, and Loco Moco. So, made the decision for the 10 days that we were in Hawaii that I wasn't going to be keto, and we were going to get back on the 28th of December. So I figured, like all good Americans, I would make my New Year's resolution and start keto the following week. Well, the following week was super busy at work, and I never got a chance to go to the grocery store. And honestly, the fat half of my brain was like, no, Jack in the Box is fine. You're going to be okay. So, anyway, I just finally got back on keto this week, and that was on the 8th of January. Today is the 12th. And when I weighed in on the 8th, I was at 362.6. So, up about 13 pounds in just about a month. That's crazy. It's just crazy to me that that can actually happen. What's even crazier is that you can take that off in about the same amount of time by just going back to what I believe are sound eating principles. Again, no debates. This works for me, may not work for you. So as of this morning, we're down to 354.1, which is about 8 pounds down, a little over 8 pounds, I guess, 8.5 pounds down this week. And so I got 4.4 pounds to go to get back down to my previous low. So I'm looking at it as, just kind of a month bump in the road, and assuming that I do well going through the weekends and social situations are usually my hardest thing. I did go to a social gathering this week to celebrate my client services manager, Tara, buying her first house, and was able to just subsist on water and naked chicken wings. So no sauce on that. I did dip them in a little bit of ranch, but it can be done. You just have to do a little prior planning and make sure that, if you're going to an Italian restaurant or whatever, you'll have the spaghetti and meatballs minus the spaghetti. So, stuff like that. But super excited. I'm going to get a geek tool today. Supposedly arriving in the mail will be my ketone and glucose testing meter. So I'm excited about that, mostly because while I feel that based on the weight that I'm losing, I feel that I am probably in ketosis. As this goes along and becomes a little bit more difficult to shed weight probably as quickly, I will want that extra reassurance that I am actually in ketosis. So I'll put a link to that meter down below, and expect to see a video from me here in the next week or two about how to test with that meter and how to know if you're in ketosis. Also, over the break, I signed up for Rob Wolf's Keto Masterclass, and it's I think it's 12 or 13 module. It's supposed to be like a 45-day thing. You have lifetime access to it. I think it was on sale for the holidays for like $28, but lots of really good information on what a keto diet is and what it is not. Believe it or not, you can be in ketosis and eat a fair amount of carbs. I didn't know that. You wouldn't enjoy your life if you did that, but you can do that. So I'm learning a lot through that as well, and through that course, it pointed me to a site called KetoGames.com, and I'll put links to all this stuff down below. But the Keto Games website is the first website where I was actually able to plug in my weight, and then based on my scale, plug in how much body fat I had, and it would calculate lean mass, and then based on my activity level, none, it would then calculate my macros that I should have every day. So if I want to lose fat, I should have X amount of calories, and that should be broken up into, protein, fat, and carbs like this, and then it gave me those numbers. So what's interesting about that is that I was going kind of on the assumption that 10% carbohydrate, 20% protein, and 70% fat is where I needed to be, and it modified that slightly. Really, my carbohydrate intake should probably be less than 5% of my caloric intake, and quite a bit more protein than I had expected. So that's been hard this week, trying to get that much protein and keep my carbohydrates super low. So that's something that I'm going to have to play around with here in the coming weeks. But between that and dietdoctor.com, I think I'll be able to come up with some good, easy meal plans. I've been doing my grab-and-go sausage omelets every morning this week, sticking to a lot of water. Have had some keto flu-like symptoms this week. So just kind of been lethargic in the afternoon, kind of achy, wanting to go to bed by like 7 o'clock in the evening. So haven't been staying up super late this week, which is good. And I feel like I'm kind of on the tail end of that, which is interesting because the last time we did this back in whatever it was, October, November, didn't really have any keto flu-like symptoms at all. So maybe that's the overindulgence of carbs that I'd had for that month that really kind of set me up for it. So anyway, that's where I'm at, 354.1 as of today. My goal is to be under 350 by the end of the month. I think that that's totally doable. Another 4.2 pounds in, a little less than 3 weeks should be totally doable. And we'll just keep on going from there. So hope you guys are having a great new year so far, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.